As you touch people first and then find out whether it's acceptable after the fact. Is that right? Is that how you do things?
This was a celebratory event. I hugged a lot of people this evening.
So we're going back to when it's a celebratory event, it's okay to touch people without their permission? Is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So if is it your understanding that if a person shows up at a Disney celebratory event, they are consenting to being touched?
Objective form, you can answer.
Yes.
Okay. We'll take that answer.
Where they were at an event where her husband received a recognition award, and she felt that she was sexually harassed by Melissa.
All right. You investigated that?
Yes.
When was that?
2015.
Were you made aware that she had been drinking on the night of the awards banquet?
I heard that there was drinking going on, yes.
Did you happen to see any photographs that were produced by Ms. Book?
Regarding the drinking?
Regarding the encounter, the physical encounter?
Yes, I did.
Did you see one in which it appeared that Ms. Merklinger was attempting to kiss Ms. Book on the side of the face?
Yes.
Did that photograph appear to you to be that she was attempting to kiss her?
Yes.
If you saw the picture, right?
Yes, I did.
And if someone said Merklinger was not attempting to kiss Zonia, would you agree with that statement or not? That she was not trying to kiss Zonia on the side of the face?
Object to the form.
No.
Okay. All right. Now, does Disney have a policy about touching people, employees? Physical touching of employees?
Yes, there's inappropriate touching is not allowed.
And what is determined to be inappropriate touching?
Invading person's personal space, placing parts of your body in another person's body without their allowing it.
So if one Disney employee touches another Disney employee without that person's permission, is that a violation of Disney's policy?
Not always, but during the investigation, you ask questions, is this something you normally do? Some people, we have different cultures where a lot of people hug each other, and so it's like, oh, we do that all the time. And then certain situations where the person says, I've told this person before not to touch me, but they've continued to touch me.
Let's talk about, in the case of Zonia Book and Melissa Merklinger, did you ask her, did she have permission to touch Zonia?
Yes.
And what was her answer?
She said they were taking a picture, and it was one of those, a pose that they had done.
But did you ask her specifically about the kiss? Did she have permission to kiss her?
Object to the form.
You can answer the question.
I asked her, were you trying to kiss her?
And what was her response?
She said no.
And that you did not believe, correct?
No, I didn't believe that.
Okay.
I said that discipline needed to be administered in this investigation.
Did you recommend a particular kind of discipline?
Poor judgment and violation of the harassment policy.
In other words, in your estimation, you you determined that she exercised poor judgment?
Yes.
And you also determined that she violated the anti-sexual harassment policy?
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. And what was the leadership's response to those specific findings?
A memo was issued to.
And to your knowledge, was the memo include language about sexual harassment?
I believe so.
Okay, but the memo would speak for itself.
Yeah.
Who informed you that the investigation was over?
Gina Gadaro.
Who is that?
She's the vice president of HR, Human Relations.
Does she work for Jim Bowden?
She's Jim Bowden's boss.
So, was she involved at all in the investigative process, to your knowledge?
I have no idea.
How does she contact you?
I don't recall. I don't know if she called my office. I can't remember.
What did she tell you specifically?
I'm sorry, can you be more specific?
You had a phone call. You just told me the word Gina, what is her name?
Gadaro?
Gadaro, I apologize. Called you and told you the investigation was over. What did she specifically say?
She asked me to report to her office.
Did she report to her office?
I did.
And what did she say when you arrived at her office?
I met with her, Peter, and Jeff, and they closed out with me.
What does that entail, ma'am?
We talked about the incident, and we had a discussion regarding awareness at events and be cautious of who's around you.
Can you spell her last name, please, Gadaro?
I think it's Gorderro. I would have to look it up in my phone contact list.
You said you had a conversation about awareness. What did that entail? Can you specify what that conversation was about awareness?
To be aware of your surroundings when you're at company events.
Okay, so were you given a warning of some sort?
No.
Were you given a counseling? Was that considered a counseling?
Objective form, you can answer.
That conversation that happened in the VP's office, was that considered to be a counseling?
Objective form, you can answer.
I think it would be considered a coaching, counseling, sure.
What's the difference between a coaching and a counseling?
Just how our terminology.
Is it coaching a form of discipline?
It is not.
Is that, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but is that the essence of what you conveyed to them?
I believe that she generally felt that Melissa was trying to kiss her.
And it appeared to you in the picture that she was.
And it did look like that.
Okay. So then what happened next?
It was reviewed by my leadership, and they consulted with, so HR consulted with Jeff Villela, and then we had I think a meeting occurred between Jeff, myself, Melissa. Jeff, myself, and Melissa met at the end of the investigation.
And what was discussed in that meeting?
She received I believe she received a disciplinary memo for inappropriate conduct.
Who issued that memo?
Jeff Villela.
And was that all that was done, to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, that's what I know that was done.
She wasn't suspended?
No.
Now, sir, let's say that you had a hourly wage.
I believe there's also something was done with her. I think it was involved in her performance review. I think something was included with that too.